Archangel Michael says, "Finally you opened this special message sent by God. It is only for you. Do not tell anyone. Something very bad is about to happen in 10 minutes. Open this message immediately." Child of God, your spirit already knows this message is not ordinary. There was a divine pull that led you to this very moment, and it was not by accident. Heaven has seen your tears and heard your silent cries. There is something moving in the spiritual realm, and the enemy has been plotting in secret, but now the veil is being lifted. This is not just a warning, this is a revelation meant only for you. When Archangel Michael speaks, it means God has already moved. Something dark was heading your way, but heaven refused to let it touch you before this divine alert reached you. You are not alone. Please comment Amen if you believe this word is for you. Your name was whispered before the throne of God, and in the realm of angels, I was sent to you. Not to many, not to a crowd, but to you alone. This message is not for sharing. It is sacred. Hidden forces had prepared to steal something from you, something important, your peace, your time, your next blessing, but God interrupted it by sending me. You are under divine surveillance. Every arrow sent your way has been intercepted already. But you must listen till the very end, because heaven's protection does not sleep, and there are instructions here that will complete what God has begun over your life. Listen closely. There is an urgency in the air. You may feel it already in your chest, like a stirring that won't rest. That is not fear. That is discernment. That is the Holy Spirit signaling to you that what you are hearing is the truth. The enemy was planning to send confusion, to touch your mind, to shake your confidence, to take advantage of your vulnerability in this very hour. But God's mercy spoke louder than the attack. That is why I, Michael, was released. The angel of war and protection. I carry a sword not to destroy, but to defend. Your name was marked for protection today, and that is not a small thing. There are angels surrounding you even now. Not just beside you, but behind you, around your room, walking through your home. They do not speak with human words, but they respond to the command of the Lord. And the command was clear: secure you, guard your steps, frustrate every evil plot forming against your name. You are in a season where breakthroughs and battles come together, and sometimes the weight is too much. But you must understand that when the burden gets heavy, it is because the blessing is near. Please like this video if your heart feels the truth in these words. Let this moment be your act of agreement with heaven. What you feel around you right now is not just pressure, it is transition. The darkness that was hovering is being pushed back. Your family may not see it, your friends may not notice it, but in the spirit, chains are being broken just because you're listening. There were spirits assigned to block you from seeing this message today. There were delays, distractions, discouragements. But you made it. And that is proof you are chosen. Many are called, but few respond. You did. That matters in the courts of heaven. Child of God, do not panic when the shaking begins. Sometimes, when evil loses its grip, it tries one final move. It creates noise. Sudden confusion. A wave of fear. But fear is a liar. I am here. You are covered. Your household is protected. Your future is held in the hands of the one who never fails. Nothing that was sent to destroy you will prosper. You are divinely untouchable in this hour, because the blood of the Lamb has spoken for you. Every door that was being shut out of jealousy, bitterness, or manipulation is about to reopen in your favor. Hold on to your faith. This is not a small matter. God sees the secret pain you have been carrying. He sees the moments where you kept silent just to keep peace. He knows how many nights you cried and still got up to bless others. He knows your battles, even the ones you never talked about. And heaven has remembered you. Not just with words, but with action. That is why this message is different. That is why you are still here, alive, still standing, still holding on. Every curse spoken behind closed doors is turning into a blessing in public. Every delay is turning into acceleration. What should have taken years will take months. What should have taken months will happen in days. This is not motivational speech. This is prophetic truth. When heaven moves, time bows. When God sends Michael, the atmosphere responds. And today, the atmosphere around your life is shifting. Comment 1111 if you feel that shift already beginning inside you. You are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. The promise over your life is still active, still powerful, still on schedule. The battles you face are a sign of your value in the Spirit. No one attacks what has no worth. The darkness wanted to silence your light, but your light has grown stronger. Even when you doubted, heaven kept standing by your side. Even when you felt unworthy, grace kept reaching for you. Now is not the time to give up. Now is the time to recognize that the fight was never just about you, it was about what God is going to release through you. Stay close to the Lord. Stay hidden in His presence. Do not fear the shaking. Do not be alarmed when people start falling off, when things start shifting. Everything hidden is coming to light, not to shame you, but to save you. You will see with your eyes what the enemy tried to do, but it will not touch you. Because the hand of the Lord is stronger than any plan of the wicked. Could this hidden CIA brain ritual be the real reason people are suddenly rich? A secret CIA discovery has just leaked, revealing a brain hack that's pulling wealth into people's lives effortlessly. It only takes 7 seconds, it's done at home, and it's backed by 4 neuroscience labs. Debt is vanishing, luxury is becoming normal. If you're seeing this, you're very lucky, the page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. The very breath in your lungs is proof that the story is not over. The enemy came for your mind, your health, your stability, and your joy, but it could not break you because heaven stood guard. You may not have seen it with your eyes, but angels were sent to block what was coming. Things you didn't even know about were already handled while you slept, while you prayed, while you cried. You were protected even in silence. You were covered even in confusion. The presence of God surrounded you like a wall, and I was there. Sword drawn. Shield lifted. Watching. Guarding. Covering your name in battle. The fear you feel is not yours. The worry pressing on your heart was thrown at you by dark spirits trying to distract you. But it will not stick. The peace of God is stronger. His word over you is unbreakable. No man can cancel what God has written. No curse can undo what grace has already sealed. You are not walking through this storm alone. The winds may blow, but they cannot scatter what heaven has planted. The fire may rise, but you will not be burned. Comment 222 if you trust God is shielding you even now. There are prayers you forgot you even prayed, but heaven didn't forget. Not one word you whispered in pain was lost. God keeps them all. And now, the time has come for answers to rise. This is not the end. This is the moment before everything changes. Many things are going to shift quickly now. What was delayed is being released. What was blocked is being cleared. The time of spiritual drought is over. The rain is coming, and with it, restoration. You will not be empty in the place where God promised overflow. You will not be silent in the season where you were meant to sing. The enemy tried to exhaust you, to make you give up before the breakthrough. But the very thing that was supposed to destroy you has become the platform for your deliverance. What you suffered through in silence is going to bring others into healing. What you endured without applause is about to be honored openly. God does not forget faithfulness. He does not overlook obedience. Stay grounded. Stay humble. Stay ready. I know it has been long. I know you have been weary. But do not step away now. The harvest is at the door. You are closer than you know. And even though you may feel tired, heaven is not. We are still moving, still fighting, still building around you everything the Lord has spoken. Just because it has not appeared in the natural yet does not mean it is not already real in the Spirit. Things are being finalized in heaven before they manifest on earth. There are people and places being prepared for you. Doors are being shaped to fit your feet, opportunities that you could not even plan for are being written into your future. You do not need to chase them. They will find you in the right timing. What belongs to you cannot be stolen. What God has assigned will come to you with peace, not chaos. When it arrives, you will know, because it will carry His fingerprints. You are not behind. You are not late. You are right on time for what God is doing next. Everything you have walked through, every tear, every loss, every stretch, has been preparing your heart to carry more. Heaven always prepares before it pours out. God is not punishing you. He is positioning you. There were things that had to be stripped, places that had to be closed, so that your spirit would be able to handle the weight of glory that's coming. The next move of God in your life is going to be personal. Not something you just hear about in others. It will be your testimony. Your miracle. Your deliverance. And it will happen suddenly. Without warning. Because God doesn't need time, He only needs your heart to be ready. The shift you are sensing is not imagination. It is a holy transition. You are being elevated in the Spirit even if nothing has changed yet around you. Do not look for confirmation from those who cannot see what you carry. Do not expect support from those who do not understand your calling. You were not made to fit in. You were chosen to stand apart. Your obedience has set you apart. Your quiet yes has been louder in heaven than you know. And the reward for obedience is always more than words can capture. You will see it soon. God is moving in your finances. He is healing your relationships. He is bringing peace to your thoughts. He is restoring your energy. You will laugh again. You will trust again. You will rise higher than the fall. The very place that looked like defeat will become the place of your divine comeback. Heaven is not waiting for your perfection. Only your faith. That mustard seed is enough. That whisper of belief is enough. That choice to keep going, even when you felt like giving up, was enough. There are angels stationed around your home right now. You cannot see them, but you may feel a warmth, a stillness, a weight lifting from your chest. That is not just emotion. That is the atmosphere responding to the power of God. Something unseen has been pushed back, something heavy is breaking. Do not fear what you feel. The Spirit of the Lord is resting on you, preparing to show you that He has never left. Listen carefully because this is a holy moment. The next words are not just comfort but awakening. God is calling your heart to recognize that every delay, every closed door, and every painful goodbye was not punishment but protection. The people who walked away were removed so your destiny could breathe. The opportunities that fell apart were not failures but divine redirections. You have not lost anything that was meant to stay. What belongs to you by the hand of God cannot be taken by the hands of man. Your name is inscribed on His palm. Your tears are written in His book. The earth may have overlooked you, but heaven has memorized you. Why is this 7-second brain ritual suddenly going viral? Leaked CIA files have exposed a hidden brainwave technique that opens the floodgates to wealth. Verified by 4 top labs, this ritual is turning financial pain into prosperity, fast. From massive bills to luxury trips, it's changing lives. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the link in description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. All around you, angels are setting things in order. They are touching places you cannot see, preparing answers you did not even know you needed. You are surrounded, not by fear, but by fire from the throne of God. That is why even in your moments of weakness, something inside you refused to surrender to darkness. That was not just strength. That was the Spirit of God breathing inside you. What you thought was breaking you was actually shaping you, molding you into someone who carries resilience, grace, and authority. You may feel tired from constantly being strong, from carrying responsibilities, from holding your family together when you felt like falling apart yourself. Heaven saw that. Heaven did not ignore that. The Lord sent me to tell you that your strength has not gone unnoticed, and your sacrifice has not been in vain. Everything you sowed in pain will return in joy. Everything you lost will be replaced with something greater. Everything you prayed for in secret will soon be revealed in light. Stay close to His presence because you are closer than ever to the unfolding of His promise. There is a reason the enemy fought so hard against you. It was not because of your past, but because of your future. He knew what you were about to walk into. He knew the oil that was coming to rest upon your life. He knew the chains your obedience would break in your family line. He knew that your survival was a threat to his plans. That is why he sent confusion, loneliness, fear, and delay. But what he forgot is that no force in hell can stop a soul guarded by God, and no storm can silence a heart protected by angelic assignment. The Lord is declaring peace over your mind. Those racing thoughts will settle. The anxiety that has tried to suffocate your joy is being lifted. The memories that kept replaying in your heart are being healed by His love. You will not be tormented by what happened anymore. Your mind is not the battleground of darkness. Your mind belongs to the Lord. Every lie spoken over your life is being replaced with truth. You are chosen. You are redeemed. You are covered. There is no curse greater than the covenant of God over you. Now hear this clearly. You are stepping into a season where God is turning hidden battles into visible blessings. The path may still seem unclear, but heaven already sees the full road ahead. You do not need to understand how everything will work out. You only need to rest in the truth that it will. Not by your effort, not by your striving, but by His hand. The Lord says your name is on miracles that are already in motion. Your name is on doors that are being carved open. Your name is on healing that is making its way into your life even now. Every time you felt unseen, God was watching. Every time you felt unheard, God was listening. Every time you felt alone, angels were sitting beside you, whispering strength into your soul. Nothing has been wasted. Not your pain. Not your waiting. Not your faithfulness. Heaven wastes nothing. Heaven multiplies everything yielded to God. What was heavy is about to become light. What was confusing is about to make sense. What was empty is about to overflow. Keep your heart steady. Keep your spirit open. The Lord is about to surprise you with sudden answers. He is about to bring people into your life who will honor your heart, not hurt it. He is about to restore what was broken in your family. Do not fear change. Change is often the disguise of breakthrough. There is a stillness resting in the atmosphere around you right now. That is not silence. That is preparation. God is positioning the final pieces of a promise you have waited for. You will look back at this moment and understand why everything had to happen the way it did. You will see that nothing was random. You will see that God was working even in the dark. The Lord is raising you up, not just to survive, but to shine. You will walk into rooms that once rejected you and be honored. You will see those who doubted you stand in awe of what God has done through you. This is not pride. This is justice. This is God showing that He never forsakes His faithful ones. You are still standing because heaven never let go of you. When you felt overlooked, God was guarding your name in secret. When you felt like everything was breaking, God was building you up behind the scenes. You are not a mistake. You are not forgotten. You are part of a holy plan that stretches far beyond what you can see now. The reason the enemy has fought you so hard is because of what's inside you. There is a calling, a light, a holy assignment, and it carries weight in the realm of the Spirit. That's why the opposition felt endless. But here is the truth heaven wants you to hold tightly now: your next chapter is protected. Comment 555 if you believe your next season is already marked by heaven's favor. I have seen the battle that came against your household. The arguments, the tension, the sudden distance between people who once stood close. The enemy tried to poison the atmosphere with confusion and miscommunication. But God is restoring harmony. Not in ways that are loud or forced, but through a healing only He can bring. You do not need to chase peace. God is placing it in your hands. He is healing relationships by touching hearts you cannot reach. There will be clarity where there was fog. There will be love where there was resentment. The pain will no longer have the final word. I have seen your struggle with timing. The worry that maybe you've missed your moment. That maybe you're too late, or too behind, or too unqualified. But heaven does not operate by human clocks. God's plans are not delayed by man's opinion or earthly measurements. When He moves, He does it with complete control. And when He decides the time is now, everything will happen in a way that leaves no room for doubt. You are not behind. You are hidden until the appointed time. And that time is drawing close. Is it time you unlock the same CIA secret brain ritual changing lives in seconds? A new leak has revealed a powerful 7-second technique, developed under CIA-funded research and backed by neuroscience. It's helping people magnetize wealth like never before. From debt to luxury, faster than anyone believed. But this miracle won't stay public for long. Click the link in the description and comments now before it's deleted forever. Do not be afraid if things start to shift quickly. What seemed to move slow will now begin to accelerate. That job that was quiet will call. That idea you thought was forgotten will open a door. That person who disappeared will return with a different heart. That opportunity that looked closed will reopen without explanation. This is what happens when the hand of the Lord touches your life. What was impossible yesterday will be your testimony tomorrow. Heaven is moving, and I am still beside you. You have walked through the valley, and now you are rising. You are not the same person who cried out last month, last year, last season. You have been strengthened, refined, and prepared. What used to break you no longer holds power over you. The enemy's grip has loosened. And though it tried to wear you down with anxiety, confusion, and delay, it underestimated your endurance and God's grace. You may have bent, but you did not break. You may have wept, but you did not walk away. And that matters in the spirit. Now, something is coming. A divine reversal. A complete turning of the page. This is not a temporary shift. This is permanent. This is lasting. God is writing a new thing over your life, and it will silence every voice that doubted, mocked, or misjudged your season of struggle. There is honor coming to your name, not because you demanded it, but because God is rewarding what was done in private. He saw every seed you sowed when no one clapped. Every act of faith when you were tired. Every offering of love when you were drained. You were never invisible to heaven. Your voice matters in the heavens. Your presence shakes darkness. Even when you felt small, your faith was loud in the spirit realm. That is why I was sent to stand by you. I was sent to make sure you walk into the fullness of what God promised. I was sent to clear the path and stand guard, because your life is more important than you realize. There are people waiting on your obedience. Generations will be changed by your yes. And heaven will back you up every step of the way. This is your time to walk forward, even if you still feel afraid. Fear will whisper, but you don't have to listen. The power of God is not based on how you feel, it's based on who He is. And He is faithful. He is still working. He is still watching. He is still writing your story with purpose. The same God who led Israel through the sea is leading you through this storm. The same hand that raised Christ from the dead is holding your life with unshakable care. Every prayer you whispered when you thought no one cared is now rising like incense before the throne. The answers are not far off. They are near. Closer than your next breath. There are angels positioned to carry them into your life. But keep your posture. Stay in humility. Keep your heart soft. Forgive quickly. Let go of what tried to poison your hope. This is not the time to let offense steal your blessing. This is the time to keep your spirit open to receive what God is pouring. God is not done with you. There is still more. You are still going to see healing, restoration, miracles, provision, and divine alignments that could only come from His hand. You will not be defined by the losses or the delays. You will be defined by the power of the one who held you through the storm. Comment 12:12 if you are ready to step into the fullness of what God has for you. God's love for you is not small. It is not ordinary. It is relentless. His mercy doesn't waver based on your mistakes. His plans don't shrink because of your past. His promises don't disappear just because people walked away or doors were slammed in your face. You are still called. You are still chosen. You are still deeply known by the one who formed you in the hidden place before you ever drew your first breath. The enemy has tried everything to make you forget that, to make you settle, to make you question what God already confirmed. But today, the veil is lifting, and your spirit knows what your mind is still catching up to. This is your turning point. There is something sacred happening in your life right now. It may feel quiet, unnoticed, invisible to those around you, but it is powerful in the realm of the Spirit. What you're walking through now is not the end of the story, it is the evidence that the breakthrough is already on its way. Please comment 777 if your spirit feels the shift in the atmosphere. You are not crazy. You are not overthinking it. God is doing something that eyes haven't seen and ears haven't heard, but your soul already recognizes it. That restlessness you feel, that ache in your chest, that constant stirring, it is not anxiety, it is divine preparation. You are being positioned for what you prayed for in tears. But it won't look like what you imagined. It will be better. God's plans always are. They come in ways that stretch your faith, that humble your heart, that break your pride but fill your spirit with peace. He will never give you something that destroys you. He will only release what your heart is ready to hold. And right now, He's making room inside you for what's coming. The pain you're feeling is not punishment, it is the rearranging of everything that didn't belong in your next chapter. I, Archangel Michael, have watched over you through things you didn't even see. You don't know how many times you were spared, not because you were perfect, but because you were preserved. You are marked. Heaven knows your name. And no darkness, no attack, no curse, no spoken word, no delay can ever erase what God has spoken over you. You are wrapped in a covering that cannot be broken. And even when it felt like you were losing, you were being aligned. Do you know why everyone's whispering about this 7-second CIA ritual? A brainwave ritual leaked from the CIA is changing lives across the globe. Proven by neuroscience, this 7-second method helps regular people attract money, freedom, and luxury. If you're seeing this, you're very lucky, the page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. Now listen carefully, there is going to be a moment very soon when everything shifts suddenly. You won't have time to second guess or hesitate. You must be ready. Ready to say yes when the door opens. Ready to walk away when God says it's time. Ready to move forward without looking back. You cannot carry old pain into a new promise. You cannot drag yesterday's bitterness into tomorrow's blessing. What's ahead of you is too holy to be contaminated by what hurt you. There is healing happening in your emotions. Deep, hidden wounds are being touched by the hand of God right now. Not just bandaged. Healed. The grief you never spoke about, the heartbreak you never got closure from, the trauma that replayed in the background of your mind, it is being addressed in this sacred hour. You will not carry it into the next season. It stops here. You may have walked through fire, but the fire will not follow you. You are being washed clean from the inside out. God is not finished writing your story. There are still chapters filled with beauty, laughter, restoration, and open doors. There are still divine encounters waiting for you. There are still moments when heaven will surprise you with grace so strong it will bring you to your knees. This life is not just about survival. It is about awakening. And you, beloved one, are awakening right now. Something inside you is rising. Not pride. Not fear. But holy strength. The kind that can only come from being broken and built again by the hands of the Father. You are going to see things start to align. Conversations will happen that you never initiated. Opportunities will appear where you thought there was only loss. People you haven't heard from in months will suddenly resurface, and God will use some of them to confirm what He's already shown you in private. You will walk into rooms that once felt impossible. Not because you forced your way in, but because grace opened the door. You will find yourself receiving what you once begged for, and when it comes, you will finally understand why the wait had to be so long. Do not worry if others don't understand this part of your journey. This path is not for them. God didn't send this message to a group. He sent it to you. And your obedience is the key to unlocking what comes next. Don't let fear speak louder than the promise. Don't let doubt distract you from the preparation. You're not being punished, you're being trusted. Trusted to carry something sacred. Trusted to walk alone if needed. Trusted to believe when it's easier to quit. Comment 999 if your heart knows God is doing something deep, even if you can't see it yet. This is not the time to retreat. This is the time to rise. You don't need to be ready in the eyes of people. You just need to be willing in the eyes of God. He will do the rest. Many things have tried to define you. Pain, rejection, delay. But none of those things carry the authority to write your story. Only God does. And His hand is not finished. In fact, He's only just beginning. The delay was not denial. It was protection. There were places you wanted to go that God had to close. Not because you were wrong, but because He knew what you couldn't see. There were people you tried to keep in your life, but heaven removed them. Not to hurt you, but to free you. Because what's ahead of you requires a different circle. A different rhythm. A different version of you, the one He's been forming in secret. This season is sacred. There is a stillness around you now for a reason. Not everything that looks like pause is punishment. Some things have to stop moving so that you can start hearing. And what God is speaking to your spirit right now is clear: get ready. Something new is rising. Not recycled. Not leftover. New. You are not stepping back into the same cycle. You are stepping into an appointed time that heaven wrote before you were born. Please comment 1010 if you know deep down this is your time of divine appointment. Something in your soul knows it. It's that feeling that things are about to change, even if nothing around you looks different yet. That's how the Spirit works. He reveals things to your heart before your eyes ever see them. Let your heart rest in this truth: you have not missed it. You are not too late. God is not disappointed in you. He's proud of you. You kept believing when you had every reason to give up. You stayed faithful when nothing made sense. You worshipped with tears running down your face. You loved when you were hurting. You forgave when it wasn't fair. And heaven saw all of it. Every act of love. Every sacrifice. Every secret moment where you chose Him over what felt easier. It's all recorded. And now, it's being remembered. There is a reward coming that no man can take credit for. It will come through channels you never expected. In ways you couldn't have planned. God's hand will be so clear in it that your only response will be worship. You won't have to chase the promise, it will find you. You won't have to force the door, it will open. What is ordained cannot be undone. No matter how long it takes, no matter how many times you've been overlooked, when it's your time, nothing can stop it. You are walking into something that has your name on it. Not borrowed. Not shared. Yours. Designed for your heart, your hands, your purpose. God is not going to bless you with something that drains you. He's going to bless you with something that reflects His kindness. You will recognize it by the peace it brings. You'll know it by how your spirit settles around it. No fear. No striving. Just grace flowing like water into every dry place in your life. Why is the government hiding this 7-second brain ritual from the public? A leaked CIA document just exposed a brain technique so powerful, it's helping people cancel debt and call in wealth within days. Validated by 4 top neuroscience labs, this method is changing everything. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the link in description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. I have not left your side. I have seen the war that raged in your mind. The nights when sleep escaped you. The mornings when you wanted to stay in bed. The days when you walked around with a smile while your heart was breaking. But you never gave up. You stood anyway. You praised anyway. You encouraged others while you were waiting on your own miracle. And that is why you are about to walk into a season of great reversal. What was empty will be filled. What was broken will be mended. What was lost will be returned. And what was closed off will suddenly swing open. God is a restorer. And He doesn't return things the way they were. He returns them better. Stronger. Covered in glory. He's not trying to take you back. He's trying to take you higher. And that requires letting go of what no longer serves your purpose. Let it go. Trust Him. His hands are gentle, but firm. He will never drop what He carries. There are people watching your life who don't understand why you haven't crumbled. Why you still speak hope. Why you still believe in goodness. And they will soon see the answer. Because God is about to raise you up as a witness of what His faithfulness looks like. He's going to bless you in ways that even your enemies will have to acknowledge. Not for revenge. Not for ego. But for glory. His glory. Your life is a living altar. And He will show Himself strong through it. You have nothing to prove. No one to impress. You only need to stay aligned with the Spirit. Keep your heart pure. Keep your eyes lifted. Keep your posture surrendered. Everything you need will come. Everything you lost will be restored in a form that fits this new version of you. You are not the same person who started this journey. You are wiser. Softer. Stronger. And heaven is smiling over you. Comment 1515 if you receive this in your spirit right now. Let the enemy see that your faith is still standing. Let all of heaven rejoice over your agreement with the promise. There are moments in your life where you thought, maybe this is just my story now. Maybe peace isn't for me. Maybe joy is only temporary. But those thoughts were never yours. They were planted by darkness hoping to grow despair in your heart. That's why the attacks felt so personal. Because they were. The enemy didn't want your stuff. He wanted your hope. He wanted your clarity. He wanted your voice. But he failed. You're still here. You're still standing. You're still reading, and that means your spirit refused to surrender even when your mind was exhausted. There's something I want you to understand fully in this moment. God did not leave you in the middle. He did not bring you through all you've walked through just to abandon you now. He doesn't write stories halfway. He doesn't start healing only to stop. What He begins, He finishes. And what He builds, He blesses. You are still under construction, but the structure is sound. You are not falling apart, you are falling into place. You've had seasons where nothing made sense, where your heart broke in ways you didn't know how to explain, where you questioned if God still remembered your name. But those were not signs of abandonment. They were signs of deep spiritual stretching. You were being made ready for more, not forgotten. Heaven knows the weight of what you carry, and that's why the refining process felt so long. Because God was shaping not just your future, but your capacity to hold it without breaking. I have seen the spiritual attack sent against you. I've stood between you and every assignment of harm that tried to reach your soul. There were moments where it should have ended differently. Moments that should have shattered you. But God intervened. Not with flashing signs or loud announcements, but with quiet, steady power. You survived things you never even knew were happening. That's how protected you are. That's how chosen you are. Comment 1717 if your spirit knows this is true. Let heaven see your faith is still alive, still listening, still responding. You may not feel strong, but strength isn't measured by how loud your praise is when things go well. Strength is measured by the fact that you kept waking up. You kept going. You kept your heart open. You stayed kind when bitterness would have made more sense. You prayed again even when the last prayer didn't bring the answer you hoped for. That's the kind of strength that shakes the kingdom of darkness. That's the kind of strength that pulls heaven closer to your side. God is restoring what you didn't even realize was lost. Time, energy, trust, innocence, confidence, He is bringing it all back. Not in the same form, but in a way that is purer, stronger, and protected from the hands that once mishandled it. You are not going backwards. The pain you went through has earned you a forward place. Your wounds will not define you. They will become testimonies of resurrection, of what God can do with broken pieces and surrendered hearts. There's a divine silence that often comes right before breakthrough. A stillness where it feels like nothing is happening, but in reality, everything is moving. This is that moment. God is reordering things in your favor. Things that were out of alignment are being set straight. What didn't make sense is about to come into full clarity. People who misunderstood your heart will soon see the truth without you having to say a word. The fruit will speak for you. Can 7 seconds really change your bank account overnight? A CIA-funded study just leaked, revealing a brain ritual that's flipping lives from broke to blessed. 4 neuroscience labs confirm it activates powerful wealth attraction brainwaves. People are now stepping into dream homes and luxury lifestyles. But this breakthrough won't stay online for long. Click the link in the description and comments now before it's deleted forever.